My name is Chalene Johnson. I'm a New York Times bestselling author, and I am the creator of Smart Success, co-creator with my husband Brett of Smart Success and Marketing Impact Academy. The book I wrote is called Push, and you might know me from one of the fitness DVDs that I've done. I've done a lot of them, a lot of them. And I want to talk to you tonight about health, but not as it relates to your abs, or maybe it actually kind of does. I want to talk to you about sleep, and I want to talk to you and get real about sleep. So what I want to show you is my brain scan. I've been suffering lately from an inability to focus if there's anything else going on. Like if there's music playing or there's somebody in the room. Thank you for everybody who's jumping on right now and saying that they've just shared. Thank you, Carmen and Priscilla and Paula and Becky, for sharing this broadcast. We have 2,000 people on now live. And Phyllis, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And I was really, hi baby, how are you? I'm talking to Facebook Live. Do you want to say hello just real quick?
Hi, Facebook.
Hi, Facebook, Brett says. Cool. All right, so it was really like struggling with like anything, like squirrels, like everything that was even the slightest distraction. I could not focus, which is probably pretty normal, but I noticed it was getting worse and worse and worse. I was also finding that if somebody threw my distraction off, or my focus off, I mean, then it would take me so much longer to figure out, where was I? What was I even doing? And I felt like, am I getting Alzheimer's? Like, what is the deal? I cannot remember where I was, and it would hurt my brain almost. I'm like, why? And so then I found, okay, I'm going to cope with this. I'm going to create a fortress around my focus. And we have a very nice, large, roomy home, to say the least. Big rooms, tall ceilings. And I'm not telling you that to brag. I'm telling you that to make my point. I created an office out of a closet. This is a true story. That I call my introvert's closet. And it's the only place I've been able to get work done. And I'm like, this is not normal. Like, I can't have any music. I can't have any tabs open. Thank you for everyone who's jumped on live. This is live. My name is Chalene Johnson. Awesome to have you. This is a new feature on Facebook where you're able to interact with me live. Pretty dope, right? How cool is that? It's like Periscope on crack. But thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing this message, because it's an important one. So I couldn't focus on anything. And I also found that I'm a very happy, positive person. I'm just always in a good mood. It's hard to make me mad. It's hard to get me in a bad mood. Except I was noticing, like if I was trying to get something done, if I was in the middle of typing an email and someone asked me a question, I'd be like, what do you want? Like, it would make me so angry. And I'm like, this is not like me. I'm getting so mad and so irritable if somebody distracts me while I'm trying to do something that took concentration. I'm like, this is not normal. So I literally created a closet for myself in about 100 square feet. It's a tiny, teeny little closet in the bottom floor of our home. And I would escape there to, I know I love this feature too. Thank you so much. You're very sweet for sharing. I appreciate you. And I'm just curious, while you're watching this, how many of you, what I'm sharing with you right now, that feeling of irritability when someone interrupts you because you're like, it's going to take me so much longer to get back to where I was, and I can't, and if any noise or any sound or anything is distracting you, it's very upsetting. How many of you can relate to that? Yes, lots of people say that's them. Yes, so cool. Sleep and food make me happy. Yeah. You never sleep well. So I think the comments are just great topic. Thank you. Awesome. Just smile. Okay. You so relate. So relate. I have the same problem. Yeah. But mine was getting worse. Like, I've always been like that, but I noticed it was getting worse and worse and worse. And it was taking me longer and longer and longer to pick back up where I'd left off. And I didn't like that feeling, and I didn't like the way I was becoming. irritable and cranky and having to isolate. I don't want to isolate myself from my family. I was like literally isolating myself from my family because I couldn't concentrate and I didn't want to be spent, and it was taking me so long to get my work done if there was like any interruption. So I'm like, I have to isolate myself or I'm going to spend the entire day working. And I didn't like that either. So I decided to go to the Dr. Amen clinic and have my brain scanned at the suggestion of a couple of friends who were like, yeah, you should. You know, it sounds like you have ADD. I'm like, well, that's always what I joked about, but I'll go check it out. So I did. I went to the Amen clinic and I had my brain scanned. And I'm going to show you my brain scan. Now, it did not go as I had intended. In my fantasy world, I thought that they would scan my brain and the technician would be like, Dr. Amen, you have to get in here. We have Dr. Amen, we have a genius in here. We've never seen these colors before. Dr. Amen, come in here quickly. We've never seen anything like this before. It did not go like that at all. As a matter of fact, and this is like so embarrassing, there's this part where they try to, they're measuring your brain waves while they're keeping you concentrated on doing a very focused, boring task. Yeah. Guess how Genius did on that? Yeah, she fell asleep. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's hard to score as a genius when you're asleep. So that was embarrassing. Okay, so then I get my brain scan, and I'm like excited to hear my results, and I'm curious. I'm really curious. You want me to show you my brain? This is getting all up and personal. Let me show you my brain. That is my very colorful brain. And you see those big giant holes? Those holes are like dead parts of my brain from concussions. Those are, and no, I did not play contact sports. Those are from driving in the snow and crashing your car. That's what those holes are. Yeah, those are concussions. Those are dead spots. This, they said, this is a true story. This is what my doctor said. I actually met with Dr. Amen after the fact, but the doctor who reviewed my results said, I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but did you say you graduated from college? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, okay, but that's great. It's very rare to see someone with this severe of ADD get through college, let alone keep a job. I'm like, oh, I can't keep a job. Nobody said anything about keeping a job. And nobody said anything about getting through college with great grades. I just got through. And I've figured out how to cope with it, basically. Here's why I want to talk to you about sleep. This can be fixed. I can fix a lot of this. I can fix these holes. They've given me a protocol of meditation, exercise, and eating right, which I already do. Got that covered. But the meditation, proper sleep, key. Now, see all these dents on my brain? Your brain should not look like that. I'd love to show you a healthy brain. I don't have a picture of one right now. That's wrong. That was very concerning. And they said, and they, kind of with one eyebrow raised, I can't raise that eyebrow very well. I used to be able to raise my eyebrows. And no, don't accuse me of having Botox. I just can't do it. But they said, is there a history of drug use? I'm like, no. And they're like, chemotherapy? I said, no. And they go, okay, because your brain shows signs of brain damage that can only be caused by, that's reversible. All those little dents are an unhealthy brain. I'm like, I knew it. And they, so not the holes. The holes are a concussion. These are concussions. But all the dents, that's just lousy. That's lousy self-care. I'm here to own it. That is wrong. God gave me a brain. It's the most important part of my whole body. I mean, aside from your heart. But this is the most important organ, right? Like, how have I mistreated this brain so terribly? That's what it's about. And you know what? Why? And they said, I know to this day they're still suspicious. They're like, So you're not have no history of meth? I'm like, no, I swear I'm not on crystal meth. No, they're like, how about chemotherapy? I'm like, no chemotherapy. Okay, so I'm going tomorrow for a sleep study at Hoag Hospital because they said this: something is wrong with your sleep, and this is bad. This is the result of years of chronic sleep deprivation. And what does it do? Sleep deprivation does this. It impairs your judgment. It impairs your ability to focus. It creates brain damage that you can fix. Yes, that's damage that I can fix. It makes the body retain body fat. It slows down recovery. Chronic loss of sleep results in early Alzheimer's. Chronic loss of sleep does not allow your body to repair when you train hard. There is nothing good about loss of sleep. So how much should you have? Between 7 and 8 hours. And I'm here to tell you that I have been exaggerating for years, like lying, not to mislead anyone, but just kind of more so lying to myself. Like, no, I don't need that much sleep. Other people do. I don't know. I just don't need that much sleep. I just operate without it. I'm fine. Clearly, I'm not. Clearly, I have the brain of a meth addict because I've been not getting enough sleep for years, and that scared the bejesus out of me. I'm like, okay, I need to make a change right now. If you listen to my podcast show, The Chalene Show, it's no coincidence that the next week I had on a meditation expert because I'm like, I don't want to meditate, but I have to, and I'm going to, because I want to be there for my kids, and I want to be there for my husband, and I want to be sharp as a tack, and I don't want to spend more hours working than I need to. So I need to get more sleep. So I'm going to challenge you to do the same. How do you do that? By making it a priority. It's the most important thing you can do for your health. It's going to help you lose body fat. It's going to help you be more alert. It's going to help you be more creative. It's going to help you live longer. It's going to help your body repair itself. It's the only organ in our body that doesn't have a lymph process to eliminate toxins. That's it. The only way we clean our brain is through meditation and sleep, proper sleep. So you've got to get a lot more sleep. Yeah, so now I'm reading your comments. You're just like, I am in trouble. I'm getting 6 hours or less 5 nights a week. Me too. I was for years. I taught a 5:30 a.m. class every single day for years. I'm like, I don't need sleep. I'll go to bed at 9:30, which I never, ever, ever did. And I lied to myself more than anybody else. And I had to get more sleep. And I feel so much better. I feel so much better. I feel so different. This is the first time in probably 15 years that I'm actually getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I know. And I'm embarrassed because I've been telling people that for years and not following my own advice. Never followed my own advice. I wanted to. I just wasn't doing it. I just so enjoyed those early, and I miss being up hours and hours before anyone else gets up. I miss it. But I had to make a decision to get healthy. So everyone says, they're reading on here, they're like, this is refreshing, and it does feel like you're, I'm talking to people who are just like me, who aren't sleeping enough. So here's some things. You need to make the room cold. I'm reading your comments, but I'm also giving you some tips before I turn this off. And thank you for everyone who shared this live. Super cool. I know this live thing is pretty cool, right, Michelle? And Yvonne? Since having kids, I get 3 to 4 hours. I know. You can take naps and you can meditate. Hey, if this is your first time on a live broadcast, share it so people can see that this is even happening on Facebook. No one even knows about it yet. Kind of cool. So here are my tips. Make the room dark. Don't look at any work or social media just before you go to sleep. Don't bring your phone into your bed. Set it next to your bed, but far enough away that you'd have to get up to get your alarm. Make the room extremely dark. Studies and research shows that we sleep better in a very cold environment and then use blankets to layer. Make sure, obviously, they're not doing any caffeine after a certain hour of the day. Have some bedtime rituals like meditation or prayer or something that calms you. Try not to fall asleep with the TV on. I'm not following that one. I like to fall asleep with the TV on. And it makes me fall asleep fast. Cool, you're on here for the first time ever. Thank you. Yeah, no, this new thing on Facebook, this new live thing happened yesterday. So thanks for sharing it. And then lastly, if you're not getting sleep because you have children, give them up for adoption. You're just never going to get sleep with those kids. Get rid of them. They're just going to be expensive and little ninjas, and they're going to talk back and make messes and give you a heartache. So just send them off to grandma's house until they're old enough not to bug you. Just kidding. No, but I mean, that seriously, I don't know if I could have got sleep back when my kids were little. That's when I got like no sleep, none. Did you hear me? Because I needed to get work done and I had to be with them during the day. So I don't know what to tell you. If you got littles, except that it gets better. But for the rest of you who have the ability, to get more sleep, I want you to do that. All right, thank you so much for sharing this. Your comments will stay up under the video. If you found this useful, helpful, valuable information, be sure to turn on your notifications so you know when I'm live and we can interact. Hi, Tina. Hi, Marissa. Hi, Lindsay. I'm so happy that you're doing this too. I'm glad you guys are here with me. But be sure to turn on your notifications and do me a favor. I'd love to help people get the word out that we can do this live. Will you share this video? Awesome. So cool. Thank you, Christy and Samantha. I hope this has been valuable to you. I didn't want to waste your time by just blabbering away. I wanted to give you some legitimate, concrete information. And most of all, I want to keep myself accountable and be honest and transparent and tell you I have not been following the advice that I've been giving. And I've changed that. And it's very serious, and I'm taking it serious. And I love you. And thank you for all your support and all the love that's coming through right now. You guys, you are awesome. You are thebomb.com. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for being here.